am very disappointed in one of my favorite podcasts, Trigonometry. Uh, Common sense dudes, a little bit of sense of humor, some awesome conversations. I've learned a lot. Costin, I think is his name, and sorry, but I don't remember the name of the other gentleman. They're good. They're good at what they do, and they have really good common sense. They're educated, they're smart, and all of that. And for them to lose an argument with one of the most misogynistic, patriarchal pieces of out there just makes me mad, and I'm just very disappointed. And then this young man does a video on that, and Warren Smith, you'll see it here in a minute, and he calls him out. You guys made a mistake. You did not do it right. You did not address the question. And I just, anyways, let's watch a little bit of it because hang on. Mark, somebody come feed this cat, please. You can call her in the kitchen. My kids do not want to be on the camera, and that's okay. All right. So let me show you. Here's the thing. This guy, Andrew Wilson, has been on a bunch of podcasts, a bunch of shows, and he's filthy mouth. He's he's rude, and he has absolutely zero respect for women. Okay, he's married, and I don't know. He must. He probably has a lovely wife, a nice lady. I don't care about that. His persona that he puts out there is not a good one, and the fact that we have to have these talks and conversations is just, anyways. Let me bring up that real quick. Let's see, and share. Wait. She's stupid. Okay. She's like, I want it, but I don't want to have to move. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. The screen and share. This is a high-tech production. Okay. Okay, so it says here they're talking about women in the military, right? And here's the clip where he asks Andrew Wilson asks Costin, well, do you want women to serve in the military? And his gut reaction is no. And then he starts to kind of him haw around the thing, and I got you. He's got him. Okay, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, but what about the draft though?
But I don't think they should be compelled to, no.
Why not? If you've admitted women can serve in the military, they provide logistics, they can even do combat in some cases. Why should men be compelled, but women not?
I don't think they should be compelled to, no.
But men should.
I think in some circumstances, yes, like when the survival of the country is at stake.
So women get a privilege men don't get.
Sure. Why,
Yeah,
men
and so-
get certain privileges.
But so I,
Notice what you said that men get certain privileges too. What is an example of male privilege? When you actually ask the question, no one can answer. You're gonna see it.
That's because you're asking the wrong person. You're asking the wrong gender. What is a male privilege that women do not have? Let's start with a low hanging fruit, the ability to pee standing up. Let me just tell you something. If you have you ever been to a football game, a basketball game, and you go into the bathrooms and there is 20, 50 women lined up to go to the bathroom, and there's no line in the male's bathroom. Do you know why, Anna, that is? It's because men have the ability to pee standing up. Okay? All right. If my daughter and I have to go to the bathroom, we have to find a place to go and, close the door and all of that. My husband can just go out back and whip it out and he's done. Okay? It has not only, it sounds funny and it's kind of funny, but it has a lot of implications to it. Okay? It has implications about the privacy of a woman, how we are designed, what we do, where, how we position our bodies, and things like that. Men's privileges are defined by their ability to do things that women cannot do because we live in a society that that's privilege certain things. Okay? So that's one. Be standing up. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay? Now, here's another privilege. That now men are being compelled to uh to register for the draft, and they might be get drafted in that. How many times has the draft happened in American history?
Well, started Civil War, Korean War, Vietnam War, up until I think it was 1976, 78.
No. Does that happen now? No. Nobody's drafting anybody. Okay, and let me just tell you something about.
People aren't fit for drafting.
Let me tell you something about the wars.
Mhm.
Okay, these are male-made wars. Women are not starting wars anywhere. I mean, you can probably give me an example of maybe Margaret Thatcher or Golda Meir or whatever, some outliers. The wars that
Margaret Thatcher started a war.
yeah, like I
Told
said,
Golda Meir.
outliers.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to tell you is real simple. The wars that we're fighting now, no women went there and decided we're gonna start bombing places. So it only seems fair the males are drafted to fight the wars that other males started. Okay, now that is not something that women are implementing on men. That does not mean that women lose the right to vote because we can't get drafted. In all honesty, personally, I think we should get drafted. I don't see why not. We all want equal privileges. We should have the same things. But the whole point is, friends, the basic there is one basic privilege that none of this. You ask a man, of course he doesn't know. He's not. He's not a man. He's not a woman. He has not. No man can tell you what privileges a woman has that a man has. Okay, that or the other way around. We no, because you have not lived in a woman's world. You have not lived in a female body. Okay, you know, just our reproductive organs. Okay, the way they're laid out, you you don't have to submit yourself to physicals. They are humiliating. Okay, in order to stay healthy and in your body as a woman, that's a privilege. That is a privilege. You don't have to be humiliated like that on a yearly basis for your checkup. You know, breast cancer, things like that. Okay, so there's certain things, and yes, there are men that get breast cancer, but by and far it is women. Just because you can't say it's a privilege above and beyond the women doesn't mean that the scales are even, that they're lined up evenly with each other. And I'm just going to keep it really short, but I am going to tell you the biggest, most glaring privilege that men have that women do not have. My husband and I have what I call wanderlust when we were younger. This desire to go out and explore the world. My husband could grab a backpack, throw blue jeans, t-shirts, and some essentials in there, get on his motorcycle and go. He once had a nap in a park bench somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Gonna stay a little bit longer, but rain.
Yeah.
I'm going to go lay down because my ass hurts a bunch.
That's good for your video.
Well,
Leave
that's
it.
great. Thanks, Mike.
Real life.
Fucking driving so fast.
Uh,
But so he got tired. He pulled up my husband. Pulled over to the side of the road, lay on a bench, park bench for a little while,
Picnic table.
picnic table. I'm
Picnic
sorry,
table, yeah.
and he woke up and he went on his business. Not a worried in the world. Okay. I had the same wanderlust, but I had to contend with the fact that I'm a woman. And I couldn't pick up when I was younger, 18, 19, a backpack, throw stuff in it, and just go explore the world because we have different challenges. We are unsafe in our own bodies because men, feel like, not all men, I'm not accusing every man or having this thoughts or these ideas, but there are men in the world that see a woman alone and they feel like they are up for grab. Now, all these wars that we're fighting right now, not a single one of those is a war that is going to free women, that is going to give them privileges, that is going to do anything for the women that are underprivileged in the world. Okay? Your privileged man is one of freedom. And I'm not saying slavery and I'm not saying anything else. You have a freedom to walk down the street, minding your own business, and no one bothers you. Try that without being a woman. I was, you know, assaulted in the middle of the street. I was doing nothing. I was going to school. Okay. And some dude felt, it was his right to do something to me, to approach me and try to grab me. Okay. You men don't have that. Yes, after that, you're cautious everywhere you go, and women have to worry about that. It is the privilege. You men have the privilege to be free to go about the world without worrying about your own safety. Okay? Being a male gives you a certain level of safety that women do not have. I don't want to hear about the draft. I don't want to hear about somebody saying we're going to take the voting right from women because they don't get to be drafted. These wars are yours. You start them. You do them. None of these wars are for the benefit of women in any way, shape, or form. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of it. And 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 I tell you what, this people from trigonometry, you should have known better. You should have known better. I understand this. I respect the right of every single interviewer and podcaster to have whoever they want in their channel. Absolutely. You had that liberal woman that was just quite a show, okay? And at least you were prepared with that. Here, you should have known better. You didn't do your homework. And in doing that, people are supposed to be intelligent about what they watch, but the fact of the matter is we live in a society that doesn't have critical thinking. And so when you showcase this guy and then give him a win because you did not prepare yourselves for this, shame on you. At any rate, I don't need any more. The ability to be standing up, which translates into a lot of other privileges in the male world, and the ability to go about the world free from the worry of all the things that can happen to a woman. Okay. And there was a lot of nuances, they talked about it, all the details, but honestly, it all boils down to that. Okay. And the fact that you can have men out there saying, well, in the 21st century, after everything that the country has gone through, all the things that women in this country have gone through, all the privileges and all the things that we have done, that you have some men out there being showcased that say that women should lose the right to vote in this country. We're going backwards, friends. We're going backwards. It's time to just move on forward. Okay? Anyways, I'm disappointed. Anyways, God bless. Bye bye.